G'day guys, welcome back to the Beers and Breakevens late show. Back from a little hiatus last week. We're back in the saddle. How you feeling, my friend?
I'm good. I'm pretty fresh, mate. I had my big week last week, had a bit going on, but feeling good today.
I'm tired as shit.
I was going to bring it up. You're battling.
Yeah, I'm tired as shit.
Didn't sleep real well last night, mate.
No, I woke up very early. Woke up at 3 a.m. to get back to sleep. So that was a bit fucking weird. But yeah, that's not my story you'll hear. I'll just battle on, Kat, you know.
Yeah, that's us every day.
Yeah, every day. Every day.
Soldier
battlers.
on.
And on that note,
Let's fucking go. Let's just poke her up.
I think I've won the last two.
Did you win last week or
I think I won the last one.
Did you? Okay. Sweet.
Anyway.
Home ground territory.
Scissor,
paper, rock. Fuck.
See you in the morning. Take her away.
So shit.
All right, so Rue to answer first.
Yep.
Okay. From Kevin Miles, is it a good idea to move towards final team now if it leaves 9 or 10 players for the bye?
What the fuck does that mean? Is it a good idea to move towards final team? What does that mean?
He's asking, does he sacrifice not having 13 players next week to make moves to his final team, a.k.a. a Zach Lomax?
If it leaves 9 or 10, right, okay.
You have
you are
17
delusional.
seconds.
Yeah.
That's a strong start.
Hey, it's my turn. Shut up. I still think you need to have at least 11 for this round. I think 9's really pushing it. But I do think the 8 weeks after that's going to be more important. But you're glad you asked me that.
Yeah, I see what he's saying. Look, Kevin, unless he's really low on trades, I'm saying sub like 12, maybe you can change your tune a little bit. But there are guys who you can keep in your team longer term or like impact your team on the run home that you can trade in this week, like Jacob Kiraz at the moment.
Yep.
He'll cover this week and next week, barring injuries to the Blues camp.
Karapani,
and he can sort of tick a few boxes. So I see what he's saying, and I reckon he's looking at someone like Zach Lomax or maybe Val Holmes, but I think I'm with you, Roo. A couple more numbers for next week, and you can sort of tick 2 boxes as you go.
9 is heaps unders.
I love when you end your sentence right on the alarm. Okay, from Adam Sargent, looking to trade out 2 of my pod CTW in Derby and Sammy to Karapani and Kiraz, which seems logical, but they play each other this weekend and defence is not either team's strong suit. So maybe wait a week and hope for a try-feast. Timmy?
That's me. I wish Guru had this first because I just saw his head explode trying to make sense of it. So what he's
Where
getting
can I
at,
buy the second novel, Adam?
he's a good man, Adam Sargent, but he's basically saying, Rob Darby and Phil Sammy underperforming, but he's looking at that Cowboys-Titans matchup, and it's a dream Supercoach matchup. There should be points galore. I see what he's saying, but look, I think Karapani, it's now or essentially never, and then you could wait on Kiraz, especially if there is an injury to a Blues winger. He probably plays Origin, but I think you make the moves.
Yeah, I think you make the moves as well. I guarantee if you're relying on Darby to score 3 tries in this game, he will not. There is no way that works out exactly like
the other winger will.
100%. Get Kiraz, get Karapani, make a heap of money. You'll probably get more points out of Kiraz than you'll get out of Darby and Sammy together in that game. So I think it's a no-brainer. And for the love of God, next time I'm tired, make your questions shorter, please, my man.
All right, good job. 5 seconds left over.
Lovely.
From Mitch Kelly.
Mitchie!
Mitch
My
Kelly,
man.
your man, apparently.
Big fan.
Is Teddy, I wonder if he's related to the other Kelly.
The
Ned.
other Kelly or Albert.
All the Kellys. Did you say Ned?
Could be a descendant of Ned Kelly.
I was 100% talking about the Kelly in rugby league. But anyway, Mitch Kelly wants to know, is Teddy a must?
I think Teddy is a must for the run home. I think he'll go very close to a Dally M medal this year. He's flying. I think he's just pulling the right reins for the Roosters consistently. So, yeah, I do think Teddy is a must personally.
You're dead set if he Dally M's this year. Like 1 vote off doing it 3 years in a row or 3 years out of 4 years.
Yeah, I think he's come second 3 times.
Yeah, him and Jerome came down to that like last round last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hectic. Yeah, you got to get him. I
think he came second to Nico as well.
He's an absolutely phenomenal.
Just go fuck myself, that's fine.
It's not your turn.
Completely fucking ignored.
I'm trying to answer his question.
He has 9
Just
seconds.
completely ignored her. So.
Teddy is a must. The Roosters buys are done. Playing for the rest of the season. Yeah, lock him in.
I'm getting him. From Nick.
Do you not own him?
No. That's why I'm ranked 30,000.
That explains so much.
Who are your fullbacks?
Well, I've had Ponga.
Still?
What?
You've still got KP?
I don't even remember. Let me check who I have. I have Ponga and Pappenhausen.
And who else? Who's in your flex?
I'm about to trade out.
No.
No, I have Fletcher Sharp and Jaden Campbell, and I'm about to switch both out. I'm about to trade both out.
So you had Sharp at flex.
Correct.
You went double Newcastle flex fullback.
Well, no, Sharp was in my CTWs. I had Ponga in my flex for ages.
So who was your other fullback? Pappy and
Ponga.
Pappy Ponga, and then
Sharp in flex.
so Sharp was in flex, not CTW. Right.
No, I don't actually remember how I put my team together.
Ask the question. Let's do the damn
This
thing.
was really
me?
painful.
Who do you reckon has more Supercoach changes currently? Kalen Ponga or Alex Safer? Move on.
Ponga has 22. From Nick with an H, should CTWE be split into centres and wingers?
I think it's Nish.
Nish.
Is it me?
It's me. Great question. I don't think so. I think it's too grey, and I think we see centres and wingers switch position way too often.
Yep.
So I just think it blurs. I think you're going to have, like, especially Supercoach has dual positions. So 3/4 of them will be dual CTW wing. So you just wouldn't be able to really own just a winger or just a centre. I don't think so. I think it's too much of a crossover.
I tend to agree. There is another example of this I'd like to see. Is that maybe a topic for next week, Timbo?
I know what you're going to say. Forwards.
Yeah.
5 games next week, shortened round. So let's talk about it next week. That'll be a good talking
I think
point.
it will be too. But centres and wings, I agree with you. I think that they're too similar. I think it'll just get too messy.
Yeah.
Personally. So, yeah.
I like the thought, though.
I do like the thought. It's good thinking.
Okay, thank
thoughts.
you, Nish. From Will, is Karapani worth the risk?
Is this me?
Yes.
I think he is. I think Selwyn Cobbo's played his last game for the Broncos. I think Dean Mariner's the only one that could take that spot. Dean Mariner hasn't been in the good books all year. I think when you look at the back line he has got with, Staggs, with Shibasaki, I think he likes big bodies out there. He did the same thing in Origin last year. The players that he picked, all big bodies that could handle themselves. Karapani's been a gun at South Sydney for years. I don't know how he left, but he did. I think he holds on to the spot.
I see the sentiment. Like, there is some risk, but look, if he comes out and has an absolute barrier and gets dropped, as I said, I think Selwyn Cobbo sounds like he's sort of,
I think he's 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, sounds that way. Dean Marin, he's had his defensive issues. Karapani's had 2 really good games. If he gets 55 this week, he makes 110K. And then if he gets dropped, it's like, all right, worst case you make 80 to 100K sort of thing. That's worst case. Best case is you've got a season keeper. So I think it's absolutely one worth taking.
I also think if he has a shocker this week, like his record is 3 games, 4 tries, 2 wins.
I think he gets 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it'll
At
be
worst.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
From Jeff, is Bradman Best a decent pod? Shout 72 average this season.
He's freaking flying, and I think he won in that game on the weekend almost single-handedly. He basically did win it for him single-handedly on 2 plays.
Yeah.
He's so good. He just gets injured so often. Like 116 on the weekend with 46 in base. He bases around 40 every year. Add his power to that. Like, I just hate their draw.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Raiders, bye. Storm, Warriors, Raiders, bye. It could not be worse.
Yeah, that draw's so bad the buys look appealing. Raiders twice in 4 weeks. Melbourne Warriors. Yeah, no thanks. I love Bradman Best. He's doing great things, but I can't do it.
I will say one thing. 3 games on the trot in Newcastle, and the Melbourne game he does go at that right edge. So I'm not doing it, but if you're trying to make a case, there it is.
Sure. Round 19, KP probably won't be there. He won't back up, you'd have to think.
Yeah, whether that changes much, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, Fletcher Sharp's not there, so who the fuck's going to play fullback?
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okay. From Maddie, the water boy. Just kidding, just from Maddie. Are we sleeping on Jacob Preston?
Me or you?
You.
Are we sleeping on Jacob Preston? I think in general we're always sleeping on that Jacob
lounge?
Preston a little bit. I'm fucking close. Closer than I should be, let me tell you. Scores are pretty damn good. Last few games, 122, 70, 88, 62, 92, 52 on return. Yeah, I don't mind it. He has scored a try those last, 3 weeks in a row. I just think there's other guys that I want more personally. He's getting Galvin on that edge as well, so things change a little bit there. I'm okay without him.
I do think we're sleeping on him. Like, I've gone kick out this week, so I don't want to double Doggy's back rower, but I do. Like, he's averaging 72, and yeah, he's scoring tries, but he's a bloody good footballer. He runs a great line. I do think the potential injection of, well, it will be at some point in the game, Lockie Galvin, how does that impact him? Galvin had a great combination with Fino. It was on the left, though, so does that change much? I think he's a good buy for what it's worth as a super pod, but I like the upside of kick out more.
All done with these buys now.
Last question. It's an interesting one.
Okay.
Who would like to answer it first?
I'll go.
All right. One player you want to own but haven't justified getting.
Yeah. So, and we're looking at this from a perspective of not necessarily a gun. So, obviously I want Herbie, but I haven't got him and da-da-da. But...
You don't have him?
Oh, my God. Go to bed.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
But the player that... We're looking at players who aren't actually going that well. I have always, for about the last 3 years, wanted to own Moses Sully. This year, he's actually been poor, but the 2 years prior, he was fantastic in actual NRL, and he was punching out like 35 to 40 base, busting tackles, offloading, but no attack would come, and I've never been able to justify getting him for good reason, and it's been a good decision, but I've always wanted to own him, but Roo, every time... Last year, the Dragons went to the opposite side that he was on.
Yeah.
This year, Val arrives. They're going to the Val side, the opposite of what Sully's on. He's just never in the position to get good ball for him.
Yeah, I've got in my draft team. It's been a clusterfuck this year. It's been very, very hard to watch. When I read the question, I didn't get the memo about they weren't meant to be a good player. Nwanga Tuase is the one for me. I've traded him in like 3 times on Thursday and had to trade him out Friday. It's just fucking haunted me. I've got him in draft, so I've enjoyed that. But yeah, I don't think I ever own him. I just don't think it's going to happen for me.
The only way it'd happen is if he ended up switching edges because Val was injured. He was so much better on the left. Anyway, that's for another night. How you going over there, mate?
I'm doing fine, yeah.
You're in awesome.
I thought we were talking about Nwanga Tuase.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm tired.
So ironic.
So I was just thinking all things. I told you I wanted Sully. He was in my head.
Fuck, I do some weird shit for Sully to go good. Who are you talking about, Kat?
Mine would be, I'm going to change the definition a little bit. I don't think he's done badly. I just think he's done badly.
Well, no one's done the same definition yet. That's fine.
That's true. It's Lehigh Hopewade, and it's because when I did actually finally buy him, he lasted all of 3 minutes and got an HIA and was off and then was out for a week. So it was more like poor timing. Wow, the camera wasn't even on me the whole time.
Who was it on?
I think it was on you.
Thank you.
Mad. Love that.
I'm so sorry. I got so into my answer. So yeah, like it's one where even if I knew he was going to play week in, week out, I probably still wouldn't risk it just because I feel like as soon as I get him, something will happen.
Playing fullback?
I know that. And I have a space for a fullback.
Yeah, you could do much worse.
Any final thoughts on Moses Sully?
No, it's really hurt me this year. I thought he was a really good draft pick. I drafted him sitting over there. I thought value.
Yeah, nah.
It's been a shit fight. Sucks, but he's too good to drop to. Anyway,
yeah.
It's been a pleasure as always. It's been a long day here in the studio.
You go home and rest up. Bro.
I need to go home and rest. I got to walk home.
I'll go home and get a massage from Karen you for the last 2 hours.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to get a massage from Karen. I was like,
Me too.
okay.
I was like, who's Karen?
Okay.
Shout out, Karen.
Wild. We done? Next week is not Origin. Never mind. We'll see you next week. Same time, normal time. See you then.